We are excited tonight. This is going to be great. This is going to be so exciting. So, real quickly, I see that we've got people on here tonight. We've got Las Vegas on the call tonight. I'll just tell you right now, if I'm a wrinkle in America right now, looking at this call, I'm if I'm a fine line or wrinkle, it is time to be worried. It is time to be worried because we got a bunch of people on here from everywhere. We got Utah, Nebraska. They got skin out there. If you got some skin in Nebraska, we're going to be making that look beautiful. Ogden, Utah. We got Baltimore, Maryland. We got Sarasota, Florida, right? We got Oklahoma. Everybody knows in Murray, Utah, they got skin out there. So we're going to be obviously making everybody beautiful in that market. We got, and I'm going to go ahead and say it, Saskatchewan. I just went ahead and said it. That one's always tough for me, but Debbie knows that I figured it out. So I'm upgrading. Vegas and Gabriel Valley, obviously here, ready to go. We got Silver Lake, right? I mean, it's happening right now. Ontario, Canada, Singapore. You already know people in Singapore have got skin and they just love looking better. So they're going to be fired up. Panama City, Rosemead, California, Hilo, Hawaii, Kelowna. You already know I got that one right. I know that everybody in Canada is excited about that. Kelowna, BC, Boston, South Louisiana. We got the Philippines here. You guys know everybody's got skin in the Philippines. They love looking better. Calgary, we got Calgary. Moose Jaw, we got Moose Jaw. So whenever you got Moose Jaw in the house, you know you're having a good time. Quezon City, Philippines. I mean, Green Bay, we could do this all night. Minnesota, everybody, Ontario. Okay, I'm gonna get in trouble here. I'm gonna start getting some of the ladies are gonna be like, Tim, hurry up, okay? But I just wanted to tell you, Lori's like, okay, well, time is ticking. Okay, you're over here taking up too much time. But I just want to congratulate and welcome everybody. We've got so much fun that's going to be happening tonight. We're gonna put together a movement tonight that's going to be so much fun. We've got so many exciting things to be talking about. But the promotion tonight, get ready for that. Because whenever Brianna shares with you guys this promotion, the excitement people is going to be over the top. And then I know we've got an exciting call with some dynamic presenters that are going to be sharing some insights that I firmly believe is going to take the organization to the next level. So I'm just so fired up tonight to be here on this call with all these amazing leaders that are going to be sharing some incredible information. But with that being said, I want to get myself out of the way because I just want to grab a pen and paper and take notes. But I want to let you know right now, you don't want to miss a single second of tonight's call. Like I would literally have my pen and paper out right now. And when you get on a call like this, you want to make sure you got enough ink. You know what I mean? You got to make sure you have enough ink. I don't want halfway through the call, you run out of ink and now you're freaking out. You're like, where's that? I need to get another pen. Who's got another pen? And then you're scrambling for another pen. So I hope you've got two pens ready to go because tonight those pens, we're going to put them to work. And we've got so many exciting things that are happening right now. We got a promotion like we've never seen. And all the directors came together in Team 1%, put together this promotion. So first thing I want to do is thank the directors for their commitment to making a decision to say, hey, look, you know what? We're all in. We're going to make it happen. But the first trainers tonight that are going to be sharing real quick overview on what's about to happen, because I call this, we're about to pop till we drop. We're going to pop till we drop because, hey, and I'll tell you right now, once you pop, you can't stop, right? It's almost like a can of Pringles over here because we are going to have so much fun over the next, as we close this month out. You're going to be like, what just happened, right? This thing is growing like wildfire through a dry brush field. But it's a bunch of people coming together saying, hey, look, you know what? Let's lock arms together. Let's get one focus. Let's get one major chief aim, right? One purpose. And when you have a purpose like that, everybody gets excited. But obviously, you guys all know right now, we're on a major push for director and getting directors created right now. So I know some of you right now are like, look, you know what? I'm ready to go director. I'm ready to make that happen. So if that's you right now and you're sitting there saying, hey, I'm ready to be a director, we are going to create so many directors right now. It's going to be a director frenzy, but it's going to start tonight with this pop till you drop. So we're going out to Utah. We're going to start off in Utah. I know everybody in Utah is fired up, but I'm really pumped up, you guys, because I think Christy and Lori are going to do this together. So this is going to be super fun. You guys all know Christy Bellison and Lori Aldos. Good to see you. Hey, I'm glad to see Lori Aldos. I know you've been through some challenges, with injuries, and hey, you can't keep somebody like you down. It's like, no, we got a mission. We have a war on wrinkles right now. We can't be messing around. I don't care if I've only got one leg that works right now. I'm ready to get this war on wrinkles done. So we're on a war on wrinkles. So I appreciate you, Lori, jumping on. Christy, everybody's excited to hear from you too. So I'm going to hand it over to you guys. Thanks for being with us.
Oh my goodness, Tim, thank you so much. We're so excited. And Lori decided that she wants to join the circus. And so she's now an acrobat. And so if you guys haven't checked out her Instagram, go check it out because it's, you poor thing. She basically ended up in surgery and it's been
Three
crazy,
days,
crazy.
3 days before convention.
3 days, you guys. And she wasn't able to come, but she was there in spirit. And we just missed you so much, Lori. So much, Lori. So, Lori is my sister from another Mister, and we had the opportunity to travel together, not planned. We just saw each other at the airport, and then I realized how close Lori was to me, and we started to chat a little bit. And if you guys know, Lori and I are both social media girls, and we've built our businesses utilizing primarily social media. And what we're going to be speaking to you guys tonight, we're really excited about because it goes along with the promotion that Bree's going to be announcing at the very, very end. So, what we want to talk to you guys about is just one of the fastest ways to grow your business. And we know that, yes, social media is amazing. It's an amazing tool. Is it fast? No, it is not fast. And so, as Lori and I were sitting and we were talking, we decided, you know what? We need to do in-person events. And this was foreign to Lori and I. We've never done in-person events before. First of all, let me ask in the chat, how many of you guys have done a belly to belly in-person event? It could be a coffee date, it could be maybe you've had a home event, maybe you have had an event. Look at all the yeses.
Look
Okay,
at
so
them.
Lori, we're like, we need to learn from you guys. You guys. But what we wanted to talk to you guys about tonight was what happened just by connecting and having that conversation. Lori and I are on different teams.
Mhm.
She's my sideline sister,
Yep.
and so the cool thing about what we decided to do was, and Lori, I know you've got some incredible tips here too. Is basically we knew that if we joined forces, one, we would do it. It would happen. Like we both needed the accountability because just to be honest with you guys, we were terrified. I was so scared to jump out of my comfort zone and do something that I had never done before. And so, Lori, you felt the same way too, right?
Oh, 100%. It's just really easy when you work your business online to be like, I could just do a post and create enough movement in my business.
Hmm.
But when Christy and I started talking about this, we were like, we have to hold each other accountable.
Yeah,
We both felt at the same time that what our team needed was to see us doing in-person events. So you guys helped us stretch.
you
And
did.
so I think, I mean, seeing all those yeses in the comments, I'm like, well, Christy, we're a little slow, but we're gonna get it
we're
done.
we're gonna get it done. And this challenge, this promotion that you guys are gonna hear about, it definitely is gonna continue to stretch Lori and I. But for those of you guys that are already doing events, your mind is going to be blown at how this is going to benefit you in
Yep.
so many incredible ways. So, a few things that we found, Lori, is that combining our audiences created more energy in the room
Yep.
because Lori tapped into her market, I tapped into mine. We have local planners that we also worked with. They also came. And so it was just a room full of people that were excited to hear what we had to say. And I will say that that definitely relieved a lot of pressure of it just being on like us.
Yep.
Another thing that Lori and I found out the hard way is that we also need to assign specific roles and jobs. So, like Lori did the product presentation, I did the business opportunity. And then because we also joined with our local teams, they also had roles that they played as well. We had a greeter. And so, but by this was this was done later after our first was insane. It was so messy, but I'm just gonna say, you guys, do it messy. Do it
Mhm.
messy. And then Lori, what tips do you have?
So very much the same. It was really, really comfortable, you guys. to go into this together with another leader like Christy. And then we also had our other leaders or our other planners there to pull from. So we never felt like we were alone doing this. I think that sometimes when you do these K pop-up events, you think this is all on me, and that pressure can be so heavy. So I think that teaming up with a sideline, somebody, on your team, upline, downline, wherever you got to go, pull together. And I think there's so much power and energy in that. And I know that Christy and I are going to talk more in the Facebook group. We
Yes.
have lots and lots and lots of more tips, but we were told 3 minutes,
Oh, are
and
we over?
we're 3 minutes, babe.
Okay.
So,
Our part is done. We want to keep this super short for you guys tonight, but again, keep those questions coming. We do see your questions, and Lori and I, now that we're
yep.
popping off, we'll go in and we'll manually answer all of your guys' questions too.
But you guys, you have a treat next, because if you know Jen, you know this is the queen of
The
follow-up.
queen.
I mean, hail the queen of the follow-up. And
Yes.
so you guys are in for a treat. We're going to see what she can teach you in 3 minutes and tee up for the next one. So,
All right. Thanks, Lori. So fun.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. I have 3 minutes and I'm going to hammer through this so fast. Are you ready with a pen and paper? Okay, because here we go. So with a pop-up, the most important thing is the invitations. And Brianna is going to talk about that extensively. But if you don't have anyone in the room, none of the rest of this stuff matters. Okay. So this is how I run a pop-up. The first thing we do is we keep it simple, simple, simple. I am the woman who started her business at Starbucks, meeting people in the back. We would sit near the bathroom. I would ask them to come with no makeup. We would go through a skincare routine and they would be washing in the sink. And Ashley, the barista at my local Starbucks, joined the team because she was watching all the people walk in and out with the glowy skin. So that's how I started. No food, no beverage, no nothing at Starbucks. Now I have upgraded and moved towards more pop-up parties. And this is what we do. You want to keep the food light and simple. Everything that you do, the people are watching you, the guests are watching you, and they are thinking, can I do this too? Okay. So at every place, I have set a party popper. We're going to get, these are not expensive. We're going to get into this in a minute. And at the end of the event, I give them an old-fashioned order form and a guest survey slip. Yeah, I'm old. Okay. I was born in the 1960s, but I will tell you what, anybody who does a party on my team, if they come back to me and they say that there were no, or nobody bought, nobody purchased, I say, did you put an order form in front of them? And the answer is always no. So I have a very high close rate, almost 90% close rate at my pop-ups. And I use the good old-fashioned paper order form, and I have everyone fill them out. And at the end, I check them to make sure the credit card is accurate, that I can read all the numbers, and I'm going to input the order myself. Now, again, that is Jen doing it the old-fashioned way, but we have really good success with closing. All right, so food, simple and light. Everyone sits down. I invested in headbands just because I was doing a ton of these. You do not have to do this. I think you get these on Amazon. I think it's a pack of 8 for like $8. Again, you can do nothing. I did nothing for my first few months. It feels like years, but it was my first few months at Starbucks getting started with nothing. Got the head bows because I think they're super cute. So they sit down, they take their before picture, they pull out their camera or their phone, again, old, and they take a picture. And that is their before. And that implies that there is going to be an after. They put on their headband and then they start. So we do the double cleanse. Now, Stephanie Rimka taught me this. This spray bottle, and Kristen Corbett taught me this. This is a towel, and I've had people open them and eat them and think they are mints. So please notify people that these are towels. You get them on Amazon. And so we're going to do oil cleanse. And then you're going to activate your towel by spraying some water, or, just hand out towels, spray water on people's faces, whatever you can do. I like to show people that this oil cleanser turns into a face wash, into a beautiful soap. So I'm getting more water on their face with a spray. All right. And then look, the towel expands. It's super, right? Wash them off. All right. Next up, you're doing the snow enzyme cleanser. You're going to put a thick, heavy amount on there, and you're going to let it sit. And you're going to talk about how this can be used as a treatment. And this, they're going to feel it crackle and pop and snap, and it's going to fade off their skin. Okay. So you've done the double cleanse. Now, at this point, I take everybody on a field trip to the bathroom. So wherever we are, I say, okay, stand up, line up. And I've asked the host in advance which bathrooms we can use. There's generally a kitchen sink. There's usually a bathroom on the floor with the kitchen, right? So that's 2 sinks, line people up, field trip, wash off the snow enzyme cleanser, and then I pass out face cloths that I have that I launder and reuse. They dab, and then we're done with the cleanse. They sit down. Now, at this point, they're already glowing and they're telling each other how great they look, right? Then we're going to come in with the oil mist or two-phase, whatever they call it now, two-phase oil mist, and then the calming balance gel. Now, your host, I have put on an extra portion of the calming balance gel. And at this point, your host is done. And I'm going to tell you why in just a minute. So the host sits out. Everyone else, we keep going. We're doing booster. We're doing serum. And again, I'm doing a generous amount and then booster. I try to let it dry between uses because that's how it's penetrating and you don't want to rub it and mess with the nanoliposomes. You want it to get in deep. And then we seal it with the cream. If it's during the day, we come in with the sunscreen. So this is why I have the host stop after the oil and a thick layer of the calming gel because she's going to do a mask and it's going to be a demo at the end of the party. We're going to demo the mask on her in front of everybody and everyone gets their videos out and they start taking the video and they're all admiring each other's skin. So we do the mask. Then I hand out very awkwardly, I put this right in front of everyone and I am assuming the sale. This is an assumptive close. They're buying something. If someone's coming to a party in the United States of America, there is an unspoken contract. They know if you go to a Pampered Chef party, you're walking home with a chopper. They know they're buying something. You give them an order form. And I don't mean to yell, I'm just trying to go fast. And then I have a guest survey slip and I can share this with your team leaders, your directors, so they can share it with you. I ask for the name, email, phone number, any skin issues. Would you like to earn free products by hosting a gathering with your friends or family? Yes, maybe, not now, right? So we'll put this out. Now, what were the poppers for? And I forgot to mention this. At the beginning, I say, watch what I do. This is an incredible job. I get to make people beautiful for a living. If this looks fun to you or interesting, or if you think this might be something that you would like to do, in the party, I want you, when you're so moved to do this as a business with me, I want you to, oh, didn't work. There it goes. And it sprays confetti all over the room that just went all over my room, but you get little pieces of confetti. And it's so fun because you get the pops going off throughout the party and you're building your team as you go. That is way more than 3 minutes. I love you all. Thank you for listening. And I will answer more questions in the group. Next up, we are going to hear from my mentor, my friend, and the most amazing rock star here at Riemann, Miss Brianna Michael. She is a senior director. She is going to talk about the most important part of this whole shenanigans is getting people invited to attend. Because if you don't invite, you don't have people in the room, this was all for nothing. Okay, thanks everyone. Love you. Have a good night. Go Bree.
Oh my gosh. I could listen to Jen talk all night long. I just love her tips. Okay, so and Jen, you had some questions in the chat, so I know they want to hear more from you. So I'm going to talk about this, which is like, I've already had a pop-up and I don't have anyone else that I can invite. You do. I'm going to show you how you can tap into new audiences. And here's the other thing, like I've been in 2 years, obviously I've already had pop-ups and, I'm new to Houston. So it's not like I know a ton of people here. So obviously I invited everybody that I knew here, but here's what I'm going to do. Number one, I'm going to have another pop-up because it has been a while since I've invited those specific people. And guess what we have that's launched? We have new packaging, new formulas, new makeup, we have new products. There are new things for people to try. And there are people out there who bought their products and maybe it wasn't the right type for them because they just spent money on another line. And now they're like, you know what? This line is not serving me. It's not working. I need to try something new. I need to try something that works. So they are going to be completely open to trying the new product. Now, here's the other thing that I'm going to do. I am tapping into new audiences. So the way that I'm doing this is I actually have a pop-up scheduled for next Thursday on the 19th. And it's with people that I don't know. And so what I do is I always look for the connector. I look for the person in the room that is like the most outgoing, that knows everybody, like they're saying hi to everybody. And you know who this person is? Her name is Vicky, and she's at my Pilates studio. So Vicky has agreed to host a pop-up at her house, and we're inviting all the Pilates girls over to Vicky's house. And so I'm going to present the products. We're going to have, mini Korean skincare facials. We're going to have food and wine and all the things you're not supposed to have on your Pilates diet. But so we're going to have fun. So that's how I'm tapping into a new audience. I do this quite a bit. So I went to a networking group and I met some really incredible ladies. There were two ladies that I identified that I am going to taproot into. So one was the woman who started the networking group. That's a clue, you guys, that obviously they are aggressive, they have initiative, they're a networker, they bring people together. So I'm going to ask her to host an event. And I'll probably offer a hostess gift or something, or give her like a percentage, maybe give her some shopping credits. There's also another gal, she owns a boutique. So I'm going to see if we can do something together. And something that I just did is I have a friend, she owns a candle company. And so we got together, we're like, let's do something fun for Valentine's Day. And so she brought her candles, I brought the skincare. We had an esthetician come who did lasers and stuff. We had another gal come, she owns a flower shop. So she brought, arrangements. And then we had a restaurant owner come. So he had, some of his restaurateur stuff. So we brought, and there was a jewelry gal there too. So it was a fun way to team up with other reps. It's okay if they're not in your company. Odds are when they try the skincare, they're going to want to be a part of your teams. But it's a great way to tap into each other's networks because everybody's inviting their people. And so you get to tap into new audiences that way. So does that all make sense so far? Did that give you some ideas? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat what your idea is. Maybe some of you had something come to mind. You thought of a person, you thought of a way, you thought of an angle that you can get in. Maybe what I've done in the past too is I've talked to the owner. It was a bar studio that I used to go to. And I was like, hey, can I set up a pop-up table, and can I bring my stuff in, and it'll be a service to your clients, and it'll be fun for your clients after class. They can come try the stuff and they can get free, mini collagen shots and free Korean skincare. She was like, oh my gosh, I would love that because it makes the owner look good. So there are things that you can do to think outside the box to get in front of different people. So I don't know if I agreed to these 3 minutes. So there's like no way. I have no concept of time if you know this about me. So obviously, I don't know if you've kind of like picking up on a theme here. Obviously, we have a K-pop-up promo that we're going to be talking about at the end of this call. You definitely want to stick around to hear the details. Now, here's how I like to invite this. I'm not saying this is like the only way that you can invite, but this is what I like to say. I personally like to say, hey, what are you doing this Thursday? And Tim, we have somebody unmuted if you can find them. I say, hey, what are you doing on Thursday? And then I wait for their answer. They're going to be like, why? What's up? Like, what are we doing? People get curious. And I'm going to say, hey, there's a Korean skincare brand, did $3 billion in Korea, just came to North America. Do you want to come over for a mini Korean skincare facial and try it? It puts the fancy med spa products to shame. Leave your wallet at home. This is what I love to say. I love to tell people, leave your wallet at home. I don't want you to buy anything. I just want to see your face. I want to have some fun. Do you have my address? So already I'm transitioning them. Hey, do you have my address? Do you need it? Do you remember where I live? I like to say leave your wallet at home because people like to buy, but they don't want to be sold to. And so when I'm telling them to leave their wallet at home, I want them to come with the feeling that they're going to come, but they're not going to be pressured into anything. They're going to end up wanting it on their own. Well, guess what? Nobody leaves their wallet at home. Everybody brings their wallet. I've never actually had somebody leave their wallet at home, but it's just a great way to relieve the pressure. So you can name your party something fun, a K-pop-up, sip and see, K-beauty cocktail, show and glow, all the things. Now, because I'm probably already out of time, who knows? I could have been talking 2 minutes or 10 minutes. I have no idea. But You can also do an online K-pop-up. Now, I have slides for this because I didn't want you guys to be like, can you repeat that? What'd you say? So you're going to have to take a picture of each slide. Now, an online K-pop-up, if you are like some of you Canadians, you tell me where you live, you're like in the middle of nowhere. You literally cannot have people over to your home. And so what you might want to do is either have an online K-pop-up in a Facebook group, or you can have it on a Zoom. So on the Zoom, you're basically doing the same thing that you would do in person. You're just like doing it over the computer. Now, if you're doing it in a online, maybe you have a VIP customer group, or maybe you want to create a Facebook group, go ahead and start inviting people to load them into the group. Say again, hey, what are you doing on Thursday? My friend told me about a Korean skincare brand, sold $3 billion Korea. It's new to North America. I guess you see results in 5 days. I use a very non-salesy approach. That's just me. We're having a pop-up online to check out the results. Plus, we're going to have giveaways. Do you want me to add you to it? Please, please, please do not spam people with your links and add people without their permission. It's just spammy. Like, we don't want to spam or annoy people. So here's what you're going to do. I'm going to give you a whole template. So you just have to take pictures of exactly what to do and post in your Facebook group party. Okay. Are you guys ready? So here is your description. You're going to have a description about the group. Now, you don't have to use exactly these posts. You can use them for ideas. You can go to ChatGPT and ask it to write you like a timeline of what you could post. I should have done that. It would have been better than this. That wasn't very smart of me. Okay. Well, you can make it better. Take these ideas, put it in ChatGPT, get better ideas. So here you're going to put a description in your Facebook group. Then you're going to start posting 3 days prior to your event. Okay. So when your event starts, it'll be you going live. It'll be you and somebody else doing a dual live in the group. Or if that completely intimidates you, you can make your upline go live. You can play a pre-recorded video. It's up to you what you want to play in the group. Then you're going to start posting. So post number 1, 3 days prior to the event. Post number 2, 2 days prior to the event. Are you guys good? You got a picture? I'm going to the next slide. Here we go. Post number 3, 4, 5. And then you're going to do your live video. Okay, so your live video is just going to be you demoing the product, talking about what it did for you. It can be interview style with somebody else. Like Jen and I could do a dual live and we're just like talking about skincare, just like we would anything else in life. If that completely scares you, tell your upline to do it for you. Then you guys got a picture? Can I go to the next one? Okay, post 6, 7, 8. So you can post the video. So I love the Incel Derm video. I love the new brand video. You can let them know that you want to get orders in for the next 48 hours. If they want to get into the drawing, you could give away, you could give away like one of the new experience kits. You could give away a new cleanser. You could give away a cream. You don't have to spend a ton of money. But just let them know that anybody that placed orders in the next 48 hours can get into the drawing. So if they weren't on live while you were posting and doing your live, they can go back and they have 48 hours to watch the replay. And then after the 48 hours, you're going to announce the winner. And then after that, what you're going to do is when the party's over, you're going to tag everyone in the comment section of live. Make sure they saw the live. They go back and they have 48 hours to watch it. You're going to follow up with everyone that either commented, liked, or is in the group and let them know they have 48 hours to get in your giveaway. Then you can go to those customers that attended, ask if they want to host a party for you because we have this big promotion that they can get entered into. And then if you want to keep that group going, you can turn it into a VIP group. So, okay, I am definitely over my time. I'm sorry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass it over to Abby, who's going to talk about how to do pop-ups with retail businesses. This is going to be really great. Take notes.
Okay, thank you, Bree. That was like 20 minutes, so now I feel great. Just kidding. We were all just so like, I will go over. So, I mean, now I can just kind of rip. So, no, just kidding. Guys, I'm really excited about this. While we were actually on this call, I reached out to a chiropractic office and I just said, hey, let's do a K pop-up. We haven't done one for a while. How about next Thursday at this time? And she was like, yeah, let's do it. And I'm like, how many can we hold? And she's like, maybe 20 if you bring chairs. I said, I'll bring chairs. So you will invite in and I'll invite in so we can create some good energy. And she said, awesome. Reached out to another person who's a massage therapist. I say, hey, you haven't done a K-pop in 3 months. Are you ready to do one? So still waiting on that. But also what I did is I have a customer in town who we've been kind of talking about her doing the business. So I went ahead and sent her a message and said, hey, I'm going to be doing a K-pop party. I know you would like to see how this is done. So why don't you come? Mark this on your calendar. Then we can talk about the business and go ahead and invite 3 friends. And so I'm already working in some local people who have been on the fence about the business to the K-pop parties. And this is why it's important sometimes to just like, guys, these aren't med spas. This was a massage therapist. She doesn't do facials in her practice, but she was a customer who kept getting asked about why her face was glowing. And so, she's like, hey, I don't think I can work on people forever at the rate I'm going as a massage therapist. Everybody's asking me about my skin. And she's like, but I don't do facials. And I'm like, great. Can you carry the product out in front so people will be more likely to ask you about it just in case it's dark in the room and they don't always see your glowing face? She was like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, awesome. So one of the little tips that I give people like that, it's a business, it's retail, but they're not actively doing facials, is we do a nice product display, and then she has an ongoing sign-up sheet for K-pop parties. And once that gets to 8, it's time to take it down. Those people are invited, they have a seat, then the next month can go up. So you've got this running cycle of people signing up to try the product because it's not a place they're going to get a facial or use the product. So it's really, Bree was talking about, going into businesses. These are not businesses that I cold called. These are just people that were lovers of the product and they had space. And you could literally not even approach someone on the business, but go find like my chiropractor down the street had really nice space. And I said, I do Korean skincare. This is a great space. You think I could ever do events in here? She's like, yeah, but tell me about it. I love the way your skin is glowing. And she came in on the business. And so, now I have a couple places where I can throw parties, and we're always she'll let me invite people because the more, the merrier, the better the energy. So, that's all I'm going to say tonight. Next week, Monday through Friday, we're going to be going live. We're going to be talking about K-pop parties, giving you guys all sorts of tips. This was just a little preview tonight. So, and then on Saturday, we're going to do a Spanish training on K-pop parties. So I'm going to lead that. No, just kidding. But look out for that. And we'll see you guys engaged next week. The next person up for you is Tracy Zimmer. And she is going to teach you one of the most fundamental things about the K-pop party, which is booking the party from the party. All right. Off to you, Tracy.
Okay. I've got my timer started right now. So just enjoying this information. I cannot wait for you guys to hear the actual promo that's coming up. We keep talking about it. Don't get off until you hear it because it's going to be phenomenal. Now, I'm sitting here going like, aren't we so blessed that we have got a product that does all the work for us? Like truly, I'm the person that loves to get product on people, get them on people, bring them to my house. I want to go to their house. Doesn't matter. I want to get product on people. And every time I'm walking into a party, a pop-up, an event, whatever you want to call it, I have so much confidence in what I'm about to share with people because our products are the power. Like really and truly, I don't want you overthinking any sort of presentation. Am I saying the right stuff? Am I giving enough information? None of that. Okay. You are going to make this simple, just like Jen said. Take them through the ritual that you do. If you have a sink, you're in business, right? You don't need special props. You don't need like flowers on the table. You don't need any of that stuff. Okay. So we don't need to be perfect. But what I'm going to tell you is if you want to grow your business quickly and strong with a solid base, I am going to say, get product on people, do the party. Okay. Ask people. If you have any customers right now, ask them, tell them, I'm in the referral business, because we're in the referral business. We need to ask for referrals. So, I always take myself back, like day one when I got started in this industry. And the first thing I did, I called 5 of my closest girlfriends and I said, I need you to get over here and I need your honest opinion on these products. They came over, they loved it. And I go, now I need a favor from each of you. I need each of you to open your house and invite your network of people. Can you do that for me? Guess what they did? They did that. And then from that party, I said to those people, hey, is anybody here willing to open their house, bring their network of people? And all we're going to do is treat them to this incredible skincare. And you being the host and inviting your friends for me, I'm going to give you this. Okay. So I'm a big believer. This is our business. Invest in your business. If somebody's about to host a party for you and they're going to bring their network to you, offer them something. People like a free item. This free balm, that's all you need. Like if they do X amount in sales, have a threshold, maybe they upgrade to the collagen mask, but I'm telling you, give your host rewards, okay? It's your business, so invest in your business. So again, ask for those referrals. If you say to me, listen, I don't have anybody that's going to host, you host. You have the open house. You bring them to your house, okay? And I love the idea. I've done online parties. I love the in-home parties, obviously, because we know that that's guaranteed. I've done lots of Facebook parties, groups. Those work too, right? The same thing. You're getting those people to invite their friends. Maybe they live far away, okay? So if you're going, well, my network is really far away, you can still do this. We have technology, all right? So, and Bree shared us all the steps, like literally follow that, boom, 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 you got it. All right, my 3 minutes is up. So I'm gonna pass this over to, out of Mexico, one of the biggest teams. I can't wait to hear from him. Rodrigo is going to be coming on here. And again, guys, tune into our lives next week, Monday to Friday. Saturday, I'm guessing Rodrigo is going to be doing the Spanish. Hopefully not Abby, I'm just kidding. So Rodrigo, take it away. We cannot wait to hear from you.
Hey, Tracy. Hey, everyone. I'm so excited to hear all these amazing tips from you guys. Whenever we open a new city or a new country, in this example, we just flew into Peru and hit a Starbucks and start texting everyone. Who do we know in Peru? Who do you know in Peru? And what we do is just set a table right in the middle and start boo everyone that wants to try the product. And we intentionally want to, grab attention, right? So every single time, whenever we start a K-pop with just 2 people in a Starbucks, new city, nobody knows us, then everyone starts looking at us and, hey, what the hell are you doing? And we're slaying wrinkles. Do you want to try it? It's a new brand, billions in sales. It's gonna come to our country. So let's get it on, right? So this is another pop-up in co-working space in a apartment building. So we put like a sign who is willing to try the #1 Korean skincare, and we had a room full of people, and that's it. New building, new people, new contacts, right? We do also people like to have this experience as a gift. Whenever we started Starbucks or our homes and small spaces, and then we do small events and we give them their own orders, but kind of as a gift. They're like, yeah, I finally have it, right? So there are lots of excitements around that. So this is another event. This is like a small party place that a friend's family, they have it for weekends. So we asked them if we could do a K-pop up. This is like a garage of a friend. We asked, hey, can we just take your cars out and just move some chairs and tables and have a pop-up? And they agreed. We started like this, and then boom, 15 people from all neighbors and everyone, right? So we don't do it that perfectly, because we like in the Hispanic community, we're just like, hey, you know someone that might be interested in trying the product like right now? Yeah, can she come in? Yeah, just call her. And every 15 minutes, new people are coming in, and it's not like a formal presentation. It's just like lots of excitement and wrinkles coming off, and people buying product. I love that. I can't remember who said this, but the order form is like so important. And for us in the Hispanic community, we're more like emotional sale. So what we do is like we have the product already packed for them, and we put it in their hands. So you can start with this. What do you think? And we just shut up and they'll make the buy, right? And small meetings, small K-pops help us build bigger ones. This is like in the streets. It was like a local bazaar. People just put the tables in the streets and start selling whatever they wanted. Our booth was the coolest, and little by little you can get bigger rooms and have more excitement. What I would recommend also is you start your K-pops in your house or in a Starbucks, and right after you finish that K-pop up, then you book the next one, and you start putting into people's minds what would happen. How many people do you like? Do you know with wrinkles that would like to be prettier and happier and younger and with more money and more freedom probably? So it's an amazing, easy, fun business. I've never been this thrilled in my life. So thank you for the opportunity, guys. And I'll pass to the next one. Who's next, team? I'm sorry, I don't know.
Hi, I'm coming next.
Yeah,
Hello.
I'm gonna team.
Oh, Brianna! Wow.
I gotta intro Bree. You guys gotta realize something.
Yeah.
She's gonna be pumped. You gotta every now and again you gotta get a Tim her intro, just so you guys know. But
wow,
you guys got to realize something about Bree. First off, you nailed it out of the park, big time, Rodrigo. And you guys got to realize, man, they started doing pop-ups. That's how they started. And we started in Mexico, and like within like 4 or 5 months, they were doing 1 million in volume out of there, just doing pop-ups everywhere. It's like pop till you drop out there. So it works like crazy, right? It really does work. But Brianna Michaels, you guys got to realize who she is. First off, we're talking about the entire company of Remon over here for a second, okay? She got the award. She's honestly the #1 senior director last year. Okay. Now I know that was Chris and I got the senior director. Well, we're not a senior director, so we're not really senior directors. We're national directors. So out of all the senior directors in the company, she was really the #1 senior director. She's going to be a national director soon. So she's going to have another achievement. But I'm telling you right now, Brianna Michaels is a powerhouse. Right. I mean, all the speakers on the call are great. Unbelievable. All these leaders, I love them so much. But, I can just tell you guys right now, everybody's on a mission. And Brianna right now is like, let's go. It was her brainchild about, hey, we got to get a pop to the top towns. We got to get everybody running and gunning. So you guys, this information she's about to deliver to you guys, get ready. Mentally prepare, okay? Because this is going to be something that's going to be shocking. But I just want to do a proper intro real quickly of Brianna Michaels, #1 senior director in Remon for the entire year of 2025. My friend, everybody loves her. If you don't love her, you don't know her. Hello, Brianna Michaels. Welcome to the call.
I get so embarrassed. I'm like sweating. Didn't ask for that. Thank you. Okay, let's jump into the promo. Let's focus on what we're here. So, okay, we have a K-pop-up paid to party promotion happening. So this is how this is going to go, is we have over $3,000 in cash and prizes. Why is it echoing? What's happening? Anyone? Can you guys hear that, or is it just me?
We hear it, Brianna.
Do you have two devices?
No. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, let's go one more time. So we have a K pop-up paid to party promotion where how this is going to work, we have over $3,000 in cash and prizes. It's going to be given out every Monday for the next 4 weeks. Okay, so the way that you get entered is really simple. You host a pop-up either in person or online or Zoom. You pick your poison, and then you get entered into the weekly drawing for the cash prizes. So how this is going to go, it's starting March 15th through April 15th. So every Monday, we're going to be drawing for cash and prizes from the parties that entered the week prior. Does that make sense? So the way that you can get entered, you need to have a minimum of 3 guests are required to be there. Okay, so make sure they're actual 3 guests. It can't be 3 planners. You need to have 3 guests. Now, if you are going to pair up, you heard Lori and Christy how they pair up on their parties together. So they each just need to have 3 guests there. Okay, so if they're going to pair up, they need to have their own 3 guests. Then what happens, you take a picture of your party. If it's in person, take a picture. If it's on Zoom, take a picture. If it's in your Facebook group and you created it, take pictures as proof because we will verify the winners. So then what you're going to do, you're going to post that picture in a pinned post that Tim will make in the Team 1% Facebook group. So everything is going to go in the comments of that post, and make sure that you write the date that you had your party with your picture. Okay, that's really important. Now, also, this is where you can spiral more parties from your parties, because any guest that books a pop-up from your pop-up can also go into these cash drawings. So let's say Jen attended my party and I'm like, hey, Jen, do you want to get entered in over $3,000 in cash and prizes? Just host an event for me next week. Invite some of your peeps. I'll bring the stuff. We'll have some fun. So then Jen can get entered into this giveaway. So winners will be announced each Monday. And by the way, this is how you can really spiral momentum on your team. Kai shares a formula that he worked out where if you were to host 2 pop-ups a week and had at least 3 attendees at each pop-up, and you did this for 6 months, at the end of the 6 months, you would be a director. So Kai's the numbers guy. He worked it out. He knows the formula. You guys, if you're looking for that momentum, if you're looking for that thrust in your business, this is it. So I promise you this is going to get you going. So with that, I'm going to pass it over to Julian Doan, who is going to close us out.
All right. So as we bring this to a close, I'm going to do my best to wrap this up like a Vietnamese spring roll in 3 minutes. So as we close this out, I got a quick question for everybody on this call. Have you ever run a K pop-up where the presentation went great, the demo was good, the information made sense, but at the end of the day, nobody signed up? It's one of those experiences I think all of us have experienced at some point, right? And the reason why that happens is super simple, okay? The problem isn't the information, the problem is in the order. Because when I first got started, I remember early on doing a presentation where I thought I did everything perfectly. The demo was great. The products were explained well. Everything made sense. But at the end of the day, nobody signed up. And that's when I realized something important I'm going to share with you tonight, right? You see, a great K pop-up actually has 3 phases. I call it open, pour, and close. Okay, first we open. This is where we build rapport, right? This is where we introduce ourselves. We introduce the reps to the guests. We share testimonials and we create connection. Because when people feel comfortable, guess what happens? They become receptive. Then, guess what? We pour. This is where we present the information, the products, the ingredients, the company, the rewards and revenue program. And then finally, we close. Now, this is where we help people make decisions to either become a customer or become a planner. But this is where a lot of people get this wrong. They run a K pop-up thinking the goal is just to show the information. So when nobody signs up, they feel like the presentation didn't work. But guess what? If the goal was to show the information, then technically you actually succeeded because you showed them the information. You see, the real goal of a K pop-up is to enroll the people who see it. Okay? So think about it like trying to pour liquid into a container. If the container is closed, the liquid just spills everywhere. And that's exactly what happens when we give people information before opening them up. If people aren't open first, the information just goes right over their head. So over the next couple of weeks, starting Monday through Friday, next week, right, and Saturday in Spanish, Several of the directors are going to be doing Facebook Lives inside the group, breaking down different parts of how to run a successful K-pop-up. Now, my training is going to be on March 20th at 12 p.m., and that's where I'm going to go deeper specifically on how to deliver an effective presentation that opens people, pours the information the right way, and more importantly, closes the right people into the business. And here's what I want to do as we close up this call. I want to challenge everyone on this call to not just learn the process, but go run a K-pop-up. Because right now, our team is running a K-pop-up promo that Brianna talked about, right? Where every single K-pop-up you host, something we're supposed to do anyways, online or in person, gets entered into a weekly cash prize drawing. For something we're supposed to do anyways, for something we're supposed to get promoted, you're going to be entered into a cash prize. And the requirement is super simple. All you need is 3 guests. That's it. Take a picture of your party, whether it's in person or Zoom, and you post it in the comments of the pin post in the Team 1% Facebook group. And that's all you got to do. And you're entered. So here's the part I love the most. If someone from your K-pop-up books their own K-pop-up, they also get into the drawing. So you get paid for helping people. So what this is about, this whole movement that we're getting behind, isn't just about one presentation. It's about creating momentum. So here's my challenge to everyone listening on the call right now. Learn the process, run the K-pop-up, open people, pour the information, and close the right people. And remember, information informs, but the process is what converts. So let's run some K-pop-ups. Let's maximize this opportunity we have. And we're so excited to see everyone on the Facebook Lives. So that being said, thank you for joining us. Let's go out there. Let's make it happen. And we'll see you guys at the top. And we'll recognize you at convention. Let's go.